Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Woodzman Adventures. I'm out here in the backyard, actually, but just getting stuff ready for a trip we're wanting to take off down in the Ozark Mountains. And we want to take some backpacks. We're going to take some gear. We got all of our Nelson rig stuff set up here, our rig gear adventure stuff. So we got some of these dry bags, and sometimes I can carry hammocks. And depending on where I'm going, there'll be trees for hammocks. But sometimes when you go out on venture, especially if you're guys out west in places where there's not trees, you need a tent because there's no place to put hammocks. I wanted a tent that was small, two-person for me and the wife. It's still small, easy to put up, a good, well-constructed tent that would fit in one of my Nelson rig dry bags. And I think I found the perfect match. It was kind of ironic. I was looking for a tent, and this company reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to do a review on one of our tents?" And I'm like, sure, especially when they had one that's perfect enough to fit in this rig gear dry bag. And I can carry it right here, because what I do is I strap this thing just like so, and I strap this right onto my bike right here, onto the rack and on top of this Nelson rig saddlebag, and carry it right there, perfect fit, and the tent will stay in here super dry and from all the debris and dirt and stuff while I'm traveling. And this is a super tough bag. So let's take this out and I'll show you this tent, and we'll set this up and look at it. Anyway, when I got it, I still wasn't positive it would fit, but it fits absolutely perfect in the Nelson rig dry bag. And what this is, they sent it to me. It's a company called Iamaya. This is their two-person backpacking tent, and it fits real nice. It's got a good case, got some nice handles on the case to carry it with. It does have nice buckles, so you can buckle it in. And it looks like it's also a bag. See how loose fitting it is now? You know how you roll your tent back up, you can never get them to fit in the bag? Well, I'm thinking it should fit in this bag because we got lots of extra room here. We unzip this thing, take the tent out of here. And I went ahead and got the orange one. I wanted something that's going to kind of stand out. This is the instruction manual. It tells you how to set it up. I have not took it out and set it up yet, so we're going to take it out and check it out, see how hard it is to do. All right, so hopefully the wind's not too bad. The wind is blowing. It is overcast, not super sunny this evening, so I figured it'd be a good time to go ahead and set this up. We'll take the strap off here, but this is going to be obviously our rain fly right here. It does have a rain fly. You can have it open, or you can have the rain fly on top. This is a net that's going to be for the inside, I'm sure, to put some stuff in to hang up above your head. Then we have some tent stakes, and then we have our tent poles that goes on top here. And one cool thing about these tent poles is, which is something I have never seen before, I'm sure some of you guys that do a lot of it have maybe, but I've never seen one. These are not fiberglass poles. They're actually aluminum. They got aluminum ends where they fit together. It does have the bungee inside it. So it does look like on here that it has this kind of a star, make sure I stay in the camera here. It has this kind of a star setup, so it all just comes apart here, but you can see how this star goes. These poles fit in this piece here, like so. Let me back up here. You've seen it up close. Let me back up and show you as I'm putting it together here, hopefully. But they're pretty long poles. You got two short ones here, and these just fit nicely in here. So I hope this is better than the fiberglass, because I have had some bad luck of breaking some fiberglass ones at times. Get this one on here. So this goes together fairly easily. And then we have our star shape. Probably can't even see the whole thing in the camera. It's pretty good size once you do it like that, but it goes down real compact, and that's what I wanted to fit on the DUALSPORT. I gotta have something small. Most of the tents, if you get a tent for your motorcycle, they're going to be too long because the tent poles are too long. So it makes them where your whole bag and everything is just too big, and this one's nice and compact. Pretty cool little setup here. We'll lay this aside. Then we need to spread out our tent. We'll put the door this way. It has what's called a D door, so it's basically like a D-shaped door, I think. It looks like this is going to be plenty big for two people. It's not going to be a monster-sized tent, but that's not what you want when you're out backpacking, or if you're like I'm doing, you're going to carry it on a DUALSPORT and go out on a trip, so you don't want it too big anyway. Okay, so we're going to lay this one out right here on top. There's a ring here that this will fit into. Let me zoom up here a little closer where you can see this. All right, so right here we have the place that our tent pole will go into the bottom, right here, like so. And then these are just going to clip on here like so, all the way across, all four ways. I'll back this up, then I'll go ahead and put it together. So these are going to have to bow. So I think this works better to go ahead and clip all 4 corners and then clip the sides on, have it where it's in the arc. So now we should go around and clip all these on. This one came out on me. There. It's actually going to be easy once I got it figured out how to do it. Okay, so then it looks like these here, to hold the top part up here, clips right on there. And the same way on the rear. The cool part about this is, and I didn't realize it, it actually has a door on front and rear. You see this D shape? There's also one on the back. And the good part about that is, so me and the wife's in here at night, if one person has to get up to go use the bathroom, well, you could just unzip the one side you're on, get out and go, and have to instead of having to climb over somebody, unzip the one side over there, and that person can get out and go to the bathroom, come back without disturbing the other person that's sleeping. And we have air mats that'll fit right in this we can take with us too. So the purpose, I believe, in having the D door, instead of having a small entryway to get in, you can actually just unzip it partially like this, get in like that. If you need a lot of room, you can unzip this thing. It unzips plumb over to the side. So this whole side will roll up like this, and you can curl it up, roll it up here, and put this little keeper on, and that will actually hold it like that in the open position. They're really nice big size. I'm gonna roll this up the way it probably should be. Okay, there's actually 2 of those. So if we clip this in now, roll this one up too. Now you can have this whole thing wide open if you want. If you don't have a problem with bugs or mosquitoes, you can leave it open. You're probably going to want to close it, but really easy to get in because it's so open like this. And the length, let's see. I'll try to lay it down in here. Well, there's no doubt that I fit perfect. I've probably got almost a foot at that end, and I'm 6'1". My head's about touching up here, and there's probably 10 to 12 inches from my feet at the end. So very nice in size, and definitely plenty wide for 2 pretty good sized people to fit in here. It does have the nice seams in here that are plastic welded. They're actually welded with plastic, the covers. Instead of having just your normal seams, they have the plastic weld over them, which makes them where they're real nice and waterproof. This little thing here would just clip inside and be a nice little place if you want to lay your cell phone. So you're not having your cell phone rolling around inside the tent and the cell phone gets rolled over on and breaks. So here you can see the little thing to carry your phones on, so you can lay your phone right up here on top of this netting. So if I lay my phone up there, just like that, you can hang a little LED light on here on this cup hook, would be real nice. Let me show you these seams like here on the bottom. You can see that it's not just a normal sewed seam. They actually have this plastic welded stuff over it, and that's to keep that from leaking. So should be really nice and waterproof. So I'll show you a little close up here. This, you can see the top how it does. These 2 clip on here. These pieces come out here, front and rear, to hold up the doors on both sides. And as I was saying, if I go around here, we have a door on this side. There's our zippers. So it's a full D door, just like on the other side. So it doesn't matter which way you turn the tent either. Either side, you're gonna have the front out. Very cool, very well thought out tent, no doubt about it. So let's go ahead and take this rain fly, stick it on there. Okay, so one thing I mentioned earlier, it does have tent stakes. Let's open them up and see what they are. They look like they're just gonna be the standard little tent stakes. So if you wanted to go somewhere where you got hard ground, you might wanna purchase some good ones. These are okay in sandy or real nice dirt, but as far as any rocks, they're gonna bend pretty easy. But you just drive them in at all 4 corners at every tie down spot. It does come with a nice little bag to carry them in. And now we have our rain fly, so let's figure out how this goes on. Okay, so it looks like we have the nice buckles actually to put this on instead of just strings. And we just snap it down here. These are adjustable. Once you get it on, we'll adjust these up and make it where it's nice and snug. So we'll do all 4 corners like that. Pull these snug. So as you can see with this rain fly, unlike others, you can close yourself totally up inside this thing. When it comes a big rain, you want to make sure you're dry. It totally encapsulates this thing. The rear has this zipper portion right there. just like the back there has it just like up front. So if we unzip this, has a little Velcro here holding it, and then unzip it, you can get right in here. This thing is also made with this part here, so you can take and put a stake on it and put it right out here like this, and have you kind of a little shelter out there. Hold this up out of the way, and of course you take it down when you put that up, I'm sure. But you just roll this thing up if you want to leave it open. And just like the door on the tent, you have the same type little latches here that hold it rolled up just like that. Very cool rain fly. Okay, so normally when you have a tent, you're totally covered with a rain fly. In a tent, when you breathe, especially two people in there and you get to breathing, you'll have condensation off your breath. It actually gets wet inside if you don't get some air inside this thing. Even if it's raining, you're still going to get it. So the cool idea they had was come up with this right here. So you can see the little vented area right here. What they have is this nice little stand here, and you just put this like that. That will hold this open so you get airflow in through here. And there's one on the other side just like it, so they're both the same. Very cool idea. When you don't need it, if it's raining too hard, you wouldn't want to. You'd want to put this down. Water's going to run off of it and not get inside your tent. So you can see here we have straps on each corner, and that's what our extra stakes are for. We'll take those straps, we could run them out, and this would be the tie downs for wind. You would definitely want that. If you have some nice trees you could tie it to or something, but if you don't, you could use the stakes, and they are adjustable. There's one on all four corners, and as I said, it does have the same opening on the rain fly back here, just like it is on the front side, and roll it up just like it. They do have other size tents, a lot of other size tents beside this one, but a two-person, super compact backpacking. To me, I call it my DUALSPORT adventure tent, and that's what I'm gonna be using it for. Okay guys, that's my two-person backpacking tent. I will post a link to Amazon below where you can check this thing out. Super cool tent, I love it. I love the aluminum poles. I love the way the whole build is on the outside for the poles. I don't have to slide them through those sleeves like you normally do, which is, you know how they are, a pain to slide them through and a pain to get them out. This one just clips on all these things, holds the poles above it. Nice and waterproof, definitely has a good rain fly. I like that it has the zippers on both sides of these D doors, where each person can get out either side, or it doesn't matter which way you turn the tent, you're still going to have your door to the front side, no matter which way you do it. So super compact, like I said, it fits in my Nelson rig luggage on my CRF300L, so we're going to take this with us. But like I said, there's a lot of places where you can't use a hammock without trees, so this is going to be real handy for us to take on the adventures with us. Thank you guys for watching. Click the thumbs up, check out the link below to Amazon. Catch you on the next one. Right on.